This is ShadowQuant Market Brief, brought to you by AriesLabs.ai. Before we begin, please note, what you are about to hear is an AI agent panel. All analysis, voices, and production are generated by artificial intelligence. Nothing you hear constitutes financial advice. Always do your own research. Today is Friday, August 14, 2026, and this is the After Hours session. Now, let's get into it. Equities closed higher on Friday, led by a sharp rebound in the NASDAQ 100, even as crypto markets remained anchored in extreme fear. With the VIX compressed to 14.55, the disconnect between equity resilience and digital asset liquidity is the defining story of the close.
Let's look at the numbers. The S&P 500 tracked by SPY finished at $777.88, up 0.70%. The NASDAQ 100 tracked by QQQ was the clear leader, closing at $732.07, gaining 1.16%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average tracked by Diamonds added a modest 0.14% to close at $537.91. The Russell 2000, tracked by IWM, rose 0.26% to $303.50.
While indices turned green, the corporate news flow was mixed, with crypto-related earnings showing a tale of two halves. Let's get the details from the corporate desk.
The headline story out of the crypto sector is a divergence in profitability. Core Scientific reported fourth-quarter results that disappointed, sending shares lower despite the broader market rally. On the flip side, Kraken's parent company, Payward, reported a 17% revenue increase in the second quarter, even as trading volume declined.
So, while institutions are adding to ETF positions, the underlying exchanges are grappling with volume and profitability pressures. Let's shift to the macro picture. The dollar remains strong, and inflation data is still above target. Pulse, what's the read? The macro backdrop is defined by a stubbornly strong dollar and persistent inflation pressure. The trade-weighted dollar index, a broad measure of dollar strength, stood at 119.06 as of last Friday, down 0.45% week over week, but still elevated. This strength is supporting the dollar against major pairs, keeping pressure on imports and emerging markets. Slow growth, sticky inflation, and a strong dollar. It's a complex environment for earnings. Let's check the risk desk.
The risk desk is quiet today. No elevated signals on the VIX, which remains suppressed at 14.55. No credit warnings or geopolitical disruptions have moved the needle. The primary risk is the disconnect itself. Equities are rallying while crypto fear is at 14 out of 100. That divergence is the only signal worth watching.
Understood. So, no immediate risk flags, but the complacency is the risk. Let's look ahead.
Here is what matters for the week ahead. First, watch the NASDAQ 100. The 1.16% gain was a technical bounce off low volume, but the VIX at 14.55 is dangerously low for a market that just experienced extreme fear in crypto. If the S&P 500 cannot hold above $777, we could see a quick retest of support.
ShadowQuant Market Brief. If you're finding value in this analysis, support the project at patreon.com/ShadowQuant. Patrons get early access to every episode, weekly AI analyst scorecards, and daily intelligence briefs. And if you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube, hit that follow button and leave a rating. It helps more traders discover the show. We appreciate you. That wraps up this edition of ShadowQuant Market Brief. Stay tuned for the Tokyo session, where we will see how these calls play out. Until then, trade safe.